As cities are expanding at unprecedented rate, the environmental impact of such concentrated living is evident in increased pollution levels, water demand, and high consumption of electricity. But most importantly, our cities are heating up due to urban heat island effect, which further intensify the problem and affecting millions of people living in close proximity to each other. So how to fix this problem? Let's discuss in this video. First, we need to look what is urban heat island. Heat islands are typically formed when the city growth alters the urban landscape by replacing natural land cover with man-made asphalt pavements, buildings and other infrastructure. These buildings are packed closely together and the narrow spaces between them trap and block airflow, make the city even warmer. In addition to this, concrete, asphalt and black rooftops absorb and store more heat, which raises temperature even more compared to natural ground cover. This heat combined with air trapped between tall and close-placed buildings has nowhere to escape as it likes a dome over a city. This is known as urban heat island, and this effect becomes more deadly with more urban growth, where cities can be up to 5.5 degrees hotter than surrounding areas, and some places experience even more drastic differences. For instance, a New York-based study found summer temperatures differ considerably from one place to another. The cities like Phoenix and Las Vegas are experiencing triple-digit temperatures due to heat dome. London also has recorded temperatures up to 10 degrees Celsius warmer than its surrounding areas. Numerous cities around the world are now taking these steps to reduce their temperatures and develop a more sustainable urban environment. By looking at these urban heat maps, it is evident that traditional asphalt and concrete pavements absorb and retain heat, contributing significantly to urban heat island effect. To combat this, cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, Singapore have started using cool pavements. These are made from materials that reflect more sunlight and absorb less heat compared to conventional paving materials. By replacing traditional pavements with cool alternatives, surface temperature can be reduced to 10 to 50 degrees Celsius. Cool pavement work by increasing the reflectivity of the surface. High albedo materials reflect more of the sun's energy, thereby absorbing less heat. This not only makes street and sidewalks cooler, but also helps to lower the overall temperature of the surrounding area. As a result, cool pavement can reduce the demand for air conditioning, lowering energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. A very similar strategy to cool pavement is cool roofs, that is used in many cities to combat heat effect. These roofs are coated with materials that reflect more sunlight and absorb less heat, significantly reducing the temperature inside the building. In New York City, over 10 million square feet of rooftops have been painted white under a plan called New York City Cool Roofs, and it has a mission that if every roof surface in the city were covered in reflective paint, could cool the city by about 3 degrees Fahrenheit. This not only decreases the need for air conditioning, saving energy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions, but it also contributes the overall cooling effect of urban area. Cool roofs can reduce the roof surface temperature by up to 50 degrees Celsius, leading to substantial reduction in indoor temperatures. One of the most effective methods to cool urban areas is the implementation of green roofs and walls. Cities like Chicago and Singapore have embraced this approach by covering rooftops and building facades with vegetation. These green surfaces absorb sunlight and provide natural insulation, reducing the amount of heat that buildings retain. These roofs can lower the surface temperature of a roof by up to 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, reducing indoor temperatures significantly. Similarly, green walls or vertical gardens can cool the surrounding area and can make a substantial difference in densely built-up areas. In Singapore, the Garden City initiative aims to integrate greenery into every aspect of urban life, promoting sustainability and enhancing the quality of life for its residents. And studies have confirmed that the cooling effect of cool roofs and cool pavement is smaller than the cooling effect of plants. So this leads to our fourth strategy to beat the urban heat, that is urban forest. We all know that trees are nature's air conditioners, and urban forests are a powerful tool in cooling cities. Tokyo, for example, has invested heavily in planting trees and creating green spaces. These trees provide shade and reduce the heat absorbed by buildings and pavements, and through the process of transpiration, trees release moisture into the air, which further cool the environment. If you look at the thermal image of a city and then compares to that of a map of vegetation, you will find that where there is greenery, the temperature is lower. Urban forests can significantly reduce the urban heat island effect, and studies have shown that areas with dense tree cover can be up to 5 to 7 degrees Celsius cooler than the surrounding areas. This cooling effect not only improves comfort levels for city residents but also reduces the demand for air conditioning, leading to energy savings and lower greenhouse gas emissions. Numerous cities like New York, Shanghai, and London started initiatives like Million Tree Program, aimed to plant and care for 1 million new trees, enhancing the city's green infrastructure and creating a cooler and healthier urban environment. Innovative urban planning can make a significant difference in cooling cities. Curitiba in Brazil is a leading example, with its emphasis on creating green spaces and integrating into the urban landscape. Since the 1970s, the Curitiba has planted 1.5 million trees and built 28 public parks. Smart urban planning involves designing cities in a way that promotes nature cooling and reduces heat absorption. This can include strategies such as orienting buildings to maximize airflow, creating shaded pathways and green spaces, and using light-colored materials in construction. That is another effective strategy for cooling urban areas. Dark materials such as concrete and rooftops absorb more heat, where light-colored one reflects it. Green corridors are stretches of greenery that connect parks and other green spaces within a city. Melbourne has been a pioneer in creating these green corridors, which help to cool the city by providing continuous areas of shade and vegetation. These corridors can significantly reduce the urban heat island effect by creating cool, shaded pathways that reduce heat absorption. In China's capital Beijing, authorities have unveiled a similar urban strategy, connecting parks and rivers to add ventilation and help combat smog. Incorporating water features like fountains and ponds can have a dramatic cooling effect on urban areas. Tokyo and Paris are great examples of cities utilizing water features to combat heat. The widespread use of air conditioning heats up the streets. So a long-term way to combat the heat island effect is to avoid using air conditioning when you don't need, as it requires electricity. When we get that electricity from coal or natural gas, it puts more carbon dioxide into atmosphere, which warms the planet and makes cities even hotter. So from green roofs and cool pavements to urban forest and smart planning, these solutions not only reduce temperatures but also enhance the quality of life for city residents. As climate change continues to pose challenges, it's crucial for urban areas to adopt and implement these strategies. By doing so, we can create cooler, greener, and more sustainable cities for future generations. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. So stay cool and see you in the next video.